Have you ever wondered how to truly feel God's love in your life? You're not alone. Many of us seek that profound connection, but finding it can sometimes feel elusive. Today, we're diving into the ultimate guide on how to experience God's love through prayers, with 10 surprising tips that just might change the way you connect with the divine. Let's start with the first tip. Be open and vulnerable. When you pray, allow yourself to be completely honest. Share your joys, fears, and doubts with God. It's this authenticity that invites a deeper connection and opens your heart to experiencing love. Next, embrace silence in prayer. In our busy lives, we forget the power of stillness. Set aside time to simply be quiet with God. Listen for His voice. Sometimes, love speaks loudest in the silence. Tip number 3, use Scripture as your guide. Incorporate Bible verses into your prayers. Reflect on passages that resonate with you. This can deepen your understanding of God's love and reinforce the promise of His presence in your life. Fourth, try gratitude prayers. Highlighting what you're grateful for shifts your focus from what you lack to the abundance around you. This simple act transforms your heart and helps you feel cherished by God's grace. Moving on to tip 5, pray for others. Generosity in prayer can unlock incredible love from God. When you intercede for others, you align your heart with His, amplifying the love that flows back to you. Sixth, use creative expression. Whether through art, music, or writing, creativity can be a form of prayer. Let your emotions pour out through various mediums, and you may find a deeper understanding of God's love through your artistry. Seventh, consider setting intentions before you pray. What do you wish to achieve with your prayer? By being intentional, you create a focused space where God's love can flourish in your heart. Eighth, don't forget about journaling your prayers. Writing down your conversations with God can reveal patterns and insights. As you document your journey, you create a tangible record of His love and intervention in your life. Tip 9 is to join a prayer group. Surrounding yourself with others who are seeking God can transform your prayer life. It fosters a sense of community, love, and support that amplifies your personal experience of God's affection. Lastly, remember to practice mindfulness. Approach your prayers with a present heart, fully engage in the moment, allowing the love of God to wash over you. Through mindfulness, every prayer can become a sacred encounter. Thank you so much for watching. We hope these tips will guide you in experiencing God's love more profoundly through prayer. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel, Prayers for Peace Today, for more inspiring content. Together, let's continue on this beautiful journey of faith.